All right, we're a couple minutes past 9 now. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Again, thank you all for joining. Good morning. Welcome to the training for the new UB04 billing data submission process. My name is McKenna Dahlquist. I'm a project manager here at Comagine Health. We also have Tom Kyle on the line, who's the lead project manager here. And then we have Brian Cagle from Nevada DHCFP on the line as well, just as a heads up. Throughout the training, feel free to raise your hand if you have any questions. Feel free to chat in your questions in the chat. There are a couple breaks throughout the presentation where I'll stop and we'll address those questions. And then I also just wanted to note that this session is being recorded, and we will be sending out the slides and a recording of the presentation after the call. Alrighty, so let's jump right in. So first, we're going to talk about getting started with your data submissions, getting your files set up. So the first item of setup we have is to get your BAA in place. So each facility that's submitting PHI data needs a business associate agreement with Comagine Health. You all have probably seen a couple emails from us about this, DHCFP and others. So what we did is we sent an email requesting contact information for the authorized signer for your facility. And then those who have provided that contact information, we've begun to send out those BAAs via DocuSign. We have a number of those that have been executed. Please email us if you have not provided a contact person for that BAA signature. Email us at this email address shown on the screen here. And then later on in the training, you'll notice that the system won't allow you to submit data until you have this in place. There's a stopping point. So this is first step in getting data submitted, is getting that BAA in place. Okay, so the next item related to getting set up for data submissions is the data file format. So this new submission process is using the same file format as the previous submission process. No changes to the data dictionary. So the data should be submitted in a fixed format text file. All the details, instructions, and field formats are in the data dictionary. We ask that you follow this data dictionary precisely, as our automated ingestion process is dependent on the specific format. And if it doesn't match the data dictionary, it won't be able to be ingested, and then we'll have to come back and ask for corrections and resubmissions. Other than the data dictionary, there are example data files out there that show what the data should look like, and might be helpful to write a module to extract your data. So you've got data dictionaries to set up your file and the example data files. Again, these are the same as the previous process. All right, so where to find these things on the new website? So you'll go to the data submission section on nevadacomparecare.net and then go to the FAQs page. You'll also note that they are located in the portal. Later on in this training, when we get into inside the portal, they're there as well. So I'm just going to toggle over here to show you. So this is the new nevadacomparecare.net. What you're going to do is you're going to go to data submissions. Does someone have a question? If not, if you could remain on mute, that would be great. Just give me. Okay, so you're going to go to data submissions. And then here you're going to click on FAQs. And voila, we've got the data dictionaries. We have a hospital one, an ASC one, and then the sample files here, hospital data sample file, and the ASC sample file. And I see that Star has put a link directly to this page in the chat, if you'd like to access those quickly. All right, popping back over to my slides here. Okay. So moving on, we're going to jump right into talking about data privacy and security. So throughout this new data submission process, your data is encrypted in transit and at rest. In other words, your data is secure without file level encryption, and file level encryption is not necessary. So the Chia cryptor is no longer being used. It's not compatible with this new system. You can just create your text format sorry, your text file and upload it directly into the system, and it's encrypted and secure that way. No file level protection encryption is needed. These sub-bullets here kind of outline the details about those security protocols that we have in place. Again, these slides will be shared if you want to look into that. And then the next slide here kind of goes into even more detail about the security requirements. And then just as a heads up, this data security plan has been approved by DHCFP, but please let us know if your organization has specific security requirements. Email us at our email address, nhdr@comagin.org, if there's something specific that your facility would need from a security standpoint. All right, so diving into the meat and potatoes of the new submission process, we're going to walk through the new portal. So first up is registration. So in the same page where we found the FAQs page, you're going to navigate to click on register to get registered. The registration form is going to ask for your name, email, password, organization, job title, phone number, and type of data, and you're going to select UB04 billing. A note about the phone number, it is going to be used for two-factor authentication, so you want to use that cell number. And then a little bit more information about that. The SMS text for two-factor authentication was selected for security reasons. It's more secure than having an email, using an email for that two-factor authentication. So once you register, you put in all of your information here on the form. Then you will get this two-factor authentication notification, and you'll receive a text from this toll-free phone number. From there, you're going to enter in the code that you received via text into your browser, and then you can go ahead and log in. This two-factor authentication authentication will only need to be you only need to do this every 90 days. So upon registration, you'll have to do it, and then maybe upon the first login, you'll have to do it, and then after that, it'll be every 90 days. I'm just going to pop back over, share my screen, walk through this again. So you're on the New Nevada Compare Care website. You go to data submissions, scroll down, and you're going to hit register and fill out the form. You're going to select the UB04 billing down here and hit register. Okay, so once you register, put in all that information, you will receive an email confirmation. Sorry, I'm going to go back. Confirmation that saying that you've been registered. This email is going to ask, request that you email our email here with your name and facility name to confirm that you have a BAA on file. So if you know you have a BAA on file, please feel free to follow this process right now. Get registered, email us here, put your name and facility name. If there's some additional work that needs to be done, or if we can assist in getting your BAA signed up, again, just email us. We'll get that. We'll do what we can on our end to get that executed and then get your account activated. Okay, so this just kind of details, it is required for account activation. So you can register, and then a BAA is required for activation. You'll have to email us with your name and facility name, and we'll confirm that your BAA is on file and activate your account on the back end. Okay, so before we dive into, we've got your BAA on file, we've activated your account, and now you can go log in and submit data. I'm going to pause and see if there are any questions at this point. Feel free to chat them in, come off mute, raise your hand. If there's no questions, that's fine too, and we'll just move on. All right, we'll keep going. There's another couple breaks here. We can pause for any questions. Okay, so now we're going to go over logging in and submitting your data.
There is a couple of questions in the chat.
Oh, okay. I see them coming through. Maybe they're just going slow for me. All right. let's see, I know we did a BAA already. How long does it take to get activated after registering my account? Just a couple business days. It is a manual process. So once you register, email that email inbox. We'll be monitoring that and we'll just go in and activate your account. Just should take us, the activation doesn't take that long. Can we have multiple users? Yes, you can have multiple users. Any other questions? Okay, feel free to chat them in. We'll pause again. Okay. So logging in from, again, that data submissions tab on the website, you're going to click on login instead of register, and your email address is your username. Just as an FYI, you can change your password within the portal at any time. There's a change password option. And then just a reminder, this is kind of as far as you can go if you don't have a BAA in place. So you can still log in, but you'll kind of hit this welcome message that says your account's been registered but not activated, and then won't be able to go any further. So that's the stopping point at that until you have a BAA in place. And then once your account's activated, your welcome page will look like this. Your account's been registered and activated, and then you're going to click on this UB04 billing file hyperlink to begin submitting your data. So clicking on this hyperlink is going to take you to the file upload page. It looks something like this. So you'll see there's the instructions here, and we have the data dictionaries here as well, as I mentioned, and the sample files. So to begin submitting a file, you do need to fill out these four boxes here. So the first box will be a drop down. I'm going to go to the next slide to show it more in Zoom. So the first box will be a drop-down list of facilities if you submit data for multiple facilities. If you only submit data for one facility, your facility will be auto-populated. When we add your BAA to your account, you'll be tied to your facility, so it'll show up here. Okay, and then the next couple boxes are to indicate the file type, or the next box is to indicate the file type. So you have to select inpatient, outpatient, or ASC. And then the next two boxes are to indicate the period that you're submitting data for. So you can see that have to be in these formats here. We have the formats listed on the website as well. So we have the monthly format here, quarterly format, and then the file year is the full four-digit year. And just a heads up, this is case sensitive and format sensitive. So if the format is incorrect, it won't let you upload your file. So we do want to make sure that it's case sensitive, the Q is uppercase for quarters, and indicate the year, all four numbers. Okay, so then once you complete all the four fields, then you just go ahead and drag and drop your file into the upload box, or you can choose the file from your desktop or from your files. Once you upload your file here you'll see a progress bar showing that it's been uploaded or it's being uploaded. And then once it is complete, you will receive the success message. From the success message, you can either log out or you can select this hyperlink here to submit another file. So those hospitals that you need to submit inpatient and outpatient for, what you'll do is you'll do one file, complete all four boxes, get it submitted, get this page, then you're going to click on this UB04 billing file link again. It's going to bring you back to the file upload page to do your second file, your outpatient or whatever, your other file that you need to submit. Okay, so now I'm going to switch my screen and do a demonstration here, starting with logging in. Go ahead and go to login here. It's got my email saved already, so I'm just going to click on that. Log in. From here, my account's been registered and activated. I have a BAA on file connected to my facility. I'm going to begin submitting data here. scroll down past the instructions, and I'm going to select my facility. Again, this is a test development environment. I'm not really submitting data for these hospitals. This is just testing. We're going to say that I'm submitting an inpatient file for March of 2024. And then I'm going to drag and drop my file. This happened last time where my files wants to hide behind all of my other windows. Where are you at, files? Okay. So I'm dragging and dropping, I'm just showing here. Dragging and dropping. You'll see my progress bar, and then that my file is submitted successfully. I can either log out or go back to submit another file. Okay, I see we may have some questions, possibly. Open my chat here. Okay, will this be the only upload confirmation, or will we also receive an email showing upload was successful? Good question. Why don't we go on to the next slide here? So once you upload and you get that screen that says success, this is just letting you know that it has been submitted successfully to through the website and is now sitting in what's called an S3 bucket. Then you will receive a confirmation email once your file has been ingested into our database. Now this email might come through in a couple days. It's not immediate. So you'll just get that initial confirmation on the website, and then the email will come a couple days later saying your file's been uploaded to our database. The reason we're doing that is because if your file has a data error and is unable to be uploaded to our database, you'll receive an email then saying that there has been an error and it needs to be corrected and resubmitted. So on a quick note about file names here, your files are going to be renamed using the information that you provided on this page. So we recommend naming your files something similar on your end so you can cross-reference, because this email that you get with confirmation saying that it's been successful or if there's an issue will reference this file name here that's being populated from these fields here. And just a note, this is the same file name format that was requested from the previous vendor, so it's nothing majorly new about file names. Just a heads up there. Okay, let's go back to questions. If a facility has multiple users, will each one of them need to complete a BAA or one BAA? So one BAA per facility is required. So if there's just that one BAA on file, you'll both need to fill out the registration form and email us saying, hey, I'm submitting data for this facility. This is my name. I know I have a BAA on file, and then we'll both get you connected to your facility. Thanks, Star. So we are still entering the info on CHIA program, but once the data is processed from there, the CHIA file is dropped in the NV Compare Care site. Okay, Barb, that is a good question. So unfortunately, we're not familiar with the CHIA program. If the CHIA program is developing a file that is that fixed format text file, then it can be dropped onto our site. I will say that that program is not being supported anymore. So I'm not sure how long that process might work. I'm not sure if anyone else on the call wants to address that question, Brian or Tom.
This is Brian. If you're submitting the UB04 data currently on the CHIA website, the recommendation is to get your BAA signed, register, get your account activated so that you can use this new process, which will be a lot more efficient, streamlined, less, I think a lot less headaches for a lot of you, because I know there's been a lot of issues with the encryption process. And since we are, as McKenna stated earlier, that we're doing away with that piece of it up front, it's all secure through the process, that we're recommending that you get your BAA signed, get registered, activated, and start using the new system, and just continue using the CHIA website, because at the end of
The month.
this month, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the end of this month, we are going to be shutting down the CHIA websites. And so you will be forced to use this new system. So, I mean, we're really pushing and wanting you guys to move to this new system because I think it's going to make your lives a lot easier and create a lot less headaches, as been in the past.
Yeah, and this is Tom. Just to summarize what Brian's saying, the Chi encryptor tool will no longer be used, and it's not going to be required, but it also will not be able to be used. The encryption process that we will be using, if you require it, is not going to be compatible with the Chi encryption process. And like Brian said, the old website will be shut down on February 28th, and you will need to use a new website beginning after February 28th. Actually 29th, so it is leap year.
Thanks, Tom and Brian. David wonders, I submitted January data last week on the CHIA system. Will this be sufficient? Yes, I believe so. We will get those files, any past files from the current system, and get those into our system. The only reason that wouldn't be sufficient is if like there is an issue with your file and we need you to resubmit. We will probably have you do it using the new method, but we will get those files transferred over, anything that's already been submitted so far. If we still need to upload files, for instance, November or December, do we just go ahead and upload in the new portal? That's a good question. So here on the next steps here, Star says yes. So if you've been unable to submit files using the previous vendor's process, or in Susan's instance, if you still need to submit some past data, please attempt to submit them using the new process. That would be great. We even may reach out to you to have you resubmit 2022 and 2023 files that we have not been able to ingest for reasons like issues with the encryption CHIA encryptor, some other issues that have come out. We may be reaching out to you asking you to try to submit for this process, and hoping that it's a little bit more smooth for you all and us to get those ingested as well. And then, as Tom and Brian mentioned, we will be disabling the old vendors process beginning February 29th. So moving forward, please use this new process. Please get your BAA in place. We know that that's an extra step that needs to happen before you can start. So please let us know what we can do to help with that, and then get your new data submitted. That is the end of the presentation. So let's go ahead and answer any additional questions. Sarah cut off time by when they need to be submitted. I believe the old way they wanted in the first week of the month. I believe data files are due 30 days after the end of the month. Is that correct, team?
That's what my understanding too. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So files are due 30 days after the end of the month. Any other questions? All right, well, I haven't seen any yet. Again, these slides will be shared, recording will be shared. Please go ahead and get registered and get those BAs in place, and we'll get you activated. I requested a BAA, but haven't received a DocuSign. Thanks, Joanne, for your question.
But Joanne, we'll check on that and see where that stands in the process right now.
Wonderful.
There may be a delay a day or two because what we're doing is we're taking a number of folks in and then spraying out multiple DocuSign documents to be signed off. So just bear with us for a day or so. We'll see what we can specifically about where yours stands. You too, same thing for Aya.
Yeah, and Stephanie, if you could still send an email, like go from your registration process and then send an email request with that information, your name and facility. That would be helpful just for a paper trail for us to make sure we're catching everybody and getting them activated. Thanks everyone also who said that they have sent in their BA information and haven't received one yet. Thanks for doing that. Yes, we will get those out to you. And okay. All righty. Well, thank you all. If there are no other questions, we'll go ahead and end early. Everyone have a good day and a good Valentine's Day.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.